I've been spending a lot of time in my greenhouse lately. A lot of time. The reason being is because I'm tired of cleaning up dirt off the floor in the house. And I usually do all of my potting up in there. But I have a greenhouse now and a table, and I can do tomatoes outside, so I'm excited about that. I spent last night out here until it was dark. I mean, I don't even know. I think I came in at like 9:30, and I just kept potting up tomatoes, potting up tomatoes, potting up tomatoes. But that's what I have to get done. I have to work really hard to get all of these up potted so that I can then start doing other things with my greenhouse and with selling plants. And I've got more seeds to sow still, more herbs, things like that. Nothing like too major. I do have squash and cucumbers that I need to start as well, melons, just the little things. But all of that I always do, when April 1st hits. If you did not know, a lot of the cucumber family, melon family, squash family, they grow really quick. So as soon as you put them into a pot, they will just like take off. I don't do them early because I don't want to put huge plants out. I'd rather just put little tiny plants and let them take their time outside and do what they need to do there, because I don't want to have to up pot and water and all of that stuff. So I just do tomatoes and peppers mainly, flowers and herbs in early year time, like January and February and March. But yeah, all that other stuff that grows quick, I just do then. But while I'm out here, I thought, since I've been potting up tomatoes and I've got some time I've got to pot up, I've moved some stuff out here like my sweet potato slips and my castor beans. They needed to be put into a big pot because they were outgrowing their little tiny containers. So I went ahead and potted all those up. I just want to talk about the things that I'm accomplishing and getting done to get my garden started this year. Now, first of all, you can see my shelves behind me. They're filled up. That system is not going to work in my greenhouse. I thought maybe I could get by with it, but the sun shades the bottom ones because it hits the top, and then the trays block the bottom. So yeah, it can't do that anymore. Brian and I are going to work on building some tables probably in the next couple days. We're going to start getting some tables put in, and then maybe some shelving, and give them like big space, not small space, and we'll get it all worked out. But before we work on all of that, I've been working on other things. We started to break ground in the garden. I've actually purchased a new tiller this year. I purchased a used one last year, and it lasted till the fall, and it blew up. Didn't work after that. So we ended up having to purchase a new tiller. So I've gotten that put together. We've already started breaking ground. I've got a big pile of cow poop that's been, all the manure and the barn material has all been aged for a year. And I had the source that I found, and he delivered it, and it was just absolutely beautiful, dark, rich, black, good compost. So I'm starting to move that out into the garden. I've gotten a lot of stuff potted up, things like cilantro and more lettuces and strawberries and all of that. I've got a bed up front that I'm starting on that's for my brassicas. The front of my house stays very shaded. It always has. And it's so weird because there's not even like a real big roof system up there at all. But the sun comes from over here. So when it hits the side of my house, it shades the front. Now, I'll never show you the front of my house and what it looks like. I'll just show you the ground. I'm getting those beds ready because I think I can keep the brassicas there. They don't need as much light. And I grew broccoli there the first year, and it did wonderful. I mean, I had big, huge heads of broccoli. So I'm going to put all that in. I started some beds around my greenhouse so I can plant out a lot of flowers and start putting some beauty around here. I've gotten a lot of stuff done with my trees because I never really got all my trees put in the ground and all my berry bushes. A lot of that is because we ended up with a water line going bad last year, and I need to call and have those people come back out and then just mark my entire property of where the water lines are. That way I don't dig and plant and have roots grow through and it just be a mess. And I've got 2 trees I need to cut down before I start planting those, but I put them all in new pots with great fertilizer, great compost, and a lot of those are already blooming, or they are starting like their leaves again. And so it's really kind of cool because even though they stayed in a pot longer than they probably should have, they're doing really well and they're still alive. And I only lost, I think, like 9 trees and bushes. So that's not too bad. But I've been working really hard trying to get things going. Here real soon, I'll do like a full garden tour to show you guys all the different sections and the areas that I'm planting in. But it's Been rainy. I mean, you can see it's kind of overcast today. It's not very bright in here, but it's been rainy. That prevents us from doing a lot. It's been cold sometimes, and that prevents us from doing a lot. And my main source of plant growing is this greenhouse. So we focused every time and energy possible that we could to get this thing built. And it's doing its job. I mean, it's right now, I can't even tell. I don't have my glasses on, but the line's up there past the 80. So it's over 80 degrees in here. A little warm, but that's all right. That's one thing I am worried about, is I'm going to struggle when it comes to the southern heat when it hits. Anyway, I've been working a lot. I don't have as much time to record a lot of videos, and it gets really repetitive on YouTube when you're watching everybody like, oh, here's how I till my garden, and oh, here's how I mend my garden, and oh, how I do this. I don't want to be very repetitive because people get bored of watching that. I know I do. So I haven't shown as much as I probably could have, and I'm not filling in a lot of dead space. So I'm not filming as much as I was, but I'm at least trying to put out some content and get things going. Reality too, I don't know how many of you know this, but it takes me like 4 or 5 hours to upload a video because I don't have the internet. I have to use just my phone. So it's a struggle. It takes a long time. I'm gonna get back out and I'm gonna haul some more cow poops. It's actually cool. It's not cow poop, it's beefalo. And it's a cross between a buffalo and a cow. And the guy that I got the compost from, his son actually farms and has a beefalo herd, and they sell the meat. It's supposed to be a lot leaner than beef, not as fatty. They say it tastes just as good, if not better. But yeah, beefalo. Never even heard of that. It was really interesting to talk with him, learn about beefalo. But anyway, so I'm gonna go haul some beefalo poop and put it all back into my garden because I'm trying to mark beds with all my amendments so that when the rain stops, because we're supposed to have rain for like 3 days, we can get out there with the tiller and then just till it all into those beds and get those beds ready. I have a wasp in here too. It's sealed off, but I think when I left the door open, it got in. I'm probably gonna have to keep an eye on him pretty close because that's the last thing I want is wasp nests up in my greenhouse. So anyways, I'm gonna go work. I've got a lot to do and I've got a lot of more stuff that needs to be done, and I'm just trays and trays and trays of tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. But I'll do updates on the greenhouse as it fills, as we change things around, and I will have a video out here real soon that's gonna show you everything that's going on, how we built it, what it looks like, and all of that stuff. It's just, Brian's been working and he wants to be in it, and when we tried to film the other day it was way too windy and you couldn't hear us, and then it started raining, and so yeah, I'll get a greenhouse tour video out, we'll see. But I want to say thank you guys for stopping by, and I appreciate all your support, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, guys. Bye.